Hello, guys. Happy, what day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday. I'm Amy with Lulu Bean Designs. Welcome to another live. Today we are revealing our first bonus file for our SVG Clubhouse membership group opening next week. We've been talking about this in the group for a while now. We are going to be opening the doors next week to new members. We only open 3 times a year, and the doors will be opening on Tuesday, which is Halloween. And we are going to be offering 4 bonus files in addition to the files that you get for the upcoming month of November. So this is the first of the bonus files. We have a Santa Paws Stop Here dog door hanger. And I'm so excited to paint this. I just cannot wait. It's just going to be so cute. We did a Halloween version of this, a Happy Halloween. I printed off, just for inspiration, I printed off a picture of it over here. I have it next to me on my desk just because if I needed any tips painting the dogs again, I thought I would have that next to me. So that was our Halloween version. That one is actually for sale in my shop. I'm trying to think if it's, yes, that one is for sale. Sorry, squirrel. That one is for sale in my shop, but this one is going to be a Clubhouse exclusive file. So if you're already in the club, you will be receiving your bonus files next Tuesday when the doors open. So look for an email with your files in it, and I will go ahead and send you your monthly files for November that day as well. So your email basically is going to be coming a day early, because normally I send everything out on the 1st of the month. So look out for your 1st of the month email, but then a second email with your bonus files in it. So it'll be 2 separate emails. If you join on the day that we open next Tuesday or the second day, I am extending it this time to the second day. So if you join on day 1 or day 2, then you qualify for all 4 of the bonuses that we're going to be offering next week. And I'm going to be painting the rest of those live here in the next few days. So you'll be able to see all 4 of them. So that means you get all the November files, which is 4 new exclusive files, and then you get 4 bonus files. So be sure if you're going to join that you join on day 1. And the link is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's svgclubhouse.com. You can get on the waiting list, and then we'll shoot you an email on Tuesday when we open, just so you don't miss it. Okay, so we are going to start painting this cute door hanger. If you are joining me today, please come in and say hello and tell me what's happening today, what you are up to, what project you are working on. If you're just here to watch paint, I know I watch a lot of things that I don't actually do. I watch a lot of cooking recipes I don't actually make. I watch a lot of coffee people on TikTok. Don't ever actually make half of those coffee drinks. I do make a few. But anyway, sometimes people just like to watch people craft. So if you're just here to watch, hop in and say hello and tell me what's going on. So we're going to do gray for the backer of this door hanger as well. That gray has a little bit too much brown in it. Hang on one second. Okay, yeah, we're going to use zinc for our backer. And I need a sponge. See, I have everything on my desk. We're so hot, and still gotta grab something. All right. If you are a current Clubhouse member, then comment and let me know that you're watching. And if you're watching in the replay, welcome. So this paint color is Zinc by Deco Art. And I'm just putting it on with a sponge. This is an 18-inch shiplap backer that comes with the file. We also, whenever I do a shiplap backer for my door hangers, I also give you a split version in your file as well. So if you have a Glowforge Basic and you can't cut a big circle, or if you don't know how to use, maybe you have a pass-through door and you don't know how to use it, if you just have a smaller laser and you still want to cut a big door hanger, you can cut the split version and glue it together. And it has a fastener, like a puzzle piece fastener that goes on the back that you glue on to hold it together. So the line, the cut line, is hidden in one of the shiplap lines, so you don't see it. So I always give you that in your file. And I want this zinc color to not be completely solid. Like I want to be able to see a little bit of the wood grain through it. So I'm just rubbing it on really good with this sponge. Hey, Christy. Hey, Tanya. How are you? Somebody's commenting, good morning. It won't let me see your name. Sometimes StreamYard does that, and I can't see who you are. It just says Facebook user. You can comment with your name, or you can click the little StreamYard button and give it permission. Or if it does that to you, you can always go watch from my Facebook page instead of the group that you're watching from. I know a lot of times when you're watching videos on Facebook, you're not really aware of what platform, but like you're not really aware of like where you're watching it. Like, am I in a group? Am I on someone's page? If you have the problem where it says Facebook user and it won't say your name, you're watching from a group. So you could go to my Facebook page, just go to Lulu Bean Designs on Facebook, and you can watch from there. And that way your name pops up in the comments. For some reason, it's a group issue with StreamYard. Okay. Hey, Valerie. Tanya, I can see your name. This is someone else. Yeah, Tanya, your name's showing up. Somebody under you, it says good morning. Oh, you said morning as well. Somebody else said good morning, and it just says Facebook user. Hey, Julie, how are you? Getting all this paint off my hands. Okay, y'all, so I just got done designing the second bonus file. I've been working on it for a while, but this one, sorry, I'm trying to get my trash can straight over here so I can put my door hanger on it to dry. The second bonus file that I'll be revealing to y'all tomorrow is, and I'll go live again tomorrow at the same time. So 12 noon, well, it's 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on Central time right now in Louisiana, so that's 12 noon for me. But anyway, I'll be live tomorrow to reveal the second bonus file. And I've been working on that one and just fiddling with it because it's a shaker. And it's a little bit complicated of a shaker. Not complicated for y'all to make necessarily, but complicated for me to design. It just kept, I would just stare at my computer screen like, I want this to be so cute. I want this to work. And I just was trying to figure out like the layers with it and everything. And I finally got it. I finally cracked the code this morning, and I cut it all out, and it's going to be so cute. So I cannot wait to share that with y'all. So tune in tomorrow for that. All right. This is our little pug. I used to have a pug. One of my very favorite breeds. Okay, let me think. Where are we going to paint? Okay, so Puggles is going to be like light gray and dark gray. But she sweet little thing passed away a couple years ago, and she was an absolute darling dog, and I would have another pug in a heartbeat. But she was so sweet. She had a lot of health problems, but she was just the best little thing. So I had to include a pug on here. Oh, wait, you know what? The ears are separate, so you don't actually have to paint that part. Well, we're going to paint around. Oh, we don't have to be neat here either, because look, she's wearing glasses. Okay, so I'm still going to kind of be neat here and just because I don't want to get paint where I don't want paint. So I'm going to kind of do this just in case. Get paint somewhere we don't want paint. So did I say what this paint color was? I think I did. Gray Sky. This is one of my favorite grays from Deco Art. It's got, I would say, more of a blue undertone to it. Oh, and we want her, let's see, her glasses are going to also be this color. Or him, if you want him to be a boy. My pug's name was Millie, but we called her Puggles. We called her a lot of things. Pug, Pugalicious. She was so cute. Good work up to snow this morning. Going to turn on heater and craft room. Julie, remind me where you are that you're seeing snow. Goodness gracious. It's 85 degrees here in South Louisiana. And I got in the pool yesterday. Now, I didn't like it, but I got in the pool. My husband and I, have I talked about the sauna on here before? It sounds pretentious to say that we have a sauna. My daughter told me that. My daughter's like, Mom, stop saying that you need to get in your sauna. It sounds pretentious. And I'm like, look, this is not pretentious. Okay, this is a probably $10,000 sauna that we picked up on Facebook Marketplace for like $1,500. And I would never have bought it. Never in a million years would I have bought a sauna. And this thing, we bought this thing, it's probably been 10 years ago. But my husband would not give up on this thing. He wanted it so bad. And I was like, I don't know what your deal is with this thing, but if you want it that bad, then fine. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, he bought it. And it set for years before we actually used it. I was like, man, what a waste of money, you know? But I'm not going to say anything because Lord knows I'll buy some things he probably doesn't approve of. So, you know, you got to give him some concessions, right? Oh, Wyoming. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Never been to Wyoming, but yeah. Anyway, so we got it hooked up finally. Finally, we got it hooked up after years. And I'm going to tell you what, that thing, I feel like it's saving my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but I feel like it just makes you feel healthy. I don't know. It just makes you feel like you're just sweating out all those toxins and all that stuff. It's amazing. What color green do I want to use? Let's see. I feel like that might be, let me see if this is too dark. This is eucalyptus leaf. So when we moved down here, believe it or not, we disassembled it and brought it with us. And I helped him put it all together. We got it back together ourselves. And we get in it just about every day. And I don't know if y'all have gotten onto that cold plunge thing. But supposedly it is really good for you to go from extreme temperature to another extreme temperature, like from really, really hot to really, really cold. So we started doing, getting in the sauna, and then going and jumping in the pool. And the pool is cold now because it's October. So yes, you can get in it, but the water, the weather's beautiful. It's 85 degrees outside, but the pool water is cold because, the temperature drops at night and it's not heated or anything. So to go from that extreme temperature to the cold is supposedly very good for you. So, I dove down the TikTok rabbit hole of like all the healthy things recently, and I'm on castor oil TikTok and cayenne pepper TikTok, and they talk about, the cold plunge and how good that is for you and all of that. So yeah, I feel like it just makes you feel so, so good. Anyway, so that's the only reason that I got in the pool. I didn't stay long, like 2 minutes. Okay, let's see. I need some gold for my little stars. All right. While I'm painting these little pieces, let me lower my camera down. Now it's going to be in front of my face is the only bad thing, but at least y'all can see. And I'm going to try to stay in camera here. And excuse my desk because it always has paint on it. And just paint those stars right there. I'm going to blend those two colors a little bit. Okay. And then, I have to put some red dots on my Christmas trees. Okay, I've got my Tulip Slick Dimensional Fabric Paint, which I've decided is the only brand that I'm buying from now on. I'm not going to switch brands because this one has this fine tip that is awesome. Okay. I wish the lighting was better so y'all could see. Well, there we go. When I hold it up, you can see better. My Christmas tree glasses. So cute. All right, so now, all right, let's do the snowflake because that's easy. That's white. I got a new white Posca, so I'm just trying to prime that. So my husband probably thinks I've lost my mind because I've started doing just home remedy kind of things. I made garlic fermented honey. And we've been doing shots of cayenne pepper every day. There's something that my husband and I both agree that there's something to being in an area where the weather is warmer that just, I feel like, makes you eat healthier. Because despite the fact that there's all this good food down here in Louisiana, I feel like we eat healthier when we're here for some reason. All right, and her little nose, we're going to do in pink. Okay, so now her, let's do her collar in white because I'm going to do her sweater in red, but I want it to be trimmed with white. And a white snowflake. Okay, and then her ears and her little snout. I am going to take some of the gray sky, the gray sky that I used, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit. I don't think I've opened this one yet. What color is this? This is called Gray Storm. It's a dark gray by DecoArt, but it has like a brown hue to it. So we're going to, if I can get it open. Put a little bit of that next to my lighter gray color. And let's just kind of mix the two. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in camera for y'all. Y'all remind me if I'm not in camera. Now, I don't have to stay in the lines here because I've got those pieces that are going to go on top, except for the bottom here. We have to stay in the lines on the bottom. And our ears, we're going to do the same thing. Just sort of, I've got the two colors next to each other on my plate, and I'm just sort of mixing them. I don't want to mix too well because I want it to look like streaky, kind of. Kind of streaky. Kind of like that. So there's a little variation. And then I'll go back on to her face and just add a little. Sometimes I go back and forth with the colors until I get what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, and her sweater is going to be red. So I'm doing my big old bottle of DecoArt Primary Red. This is my absolute favorite red. It's what I would call candy apple red. And I'm painting over the snowflake because we're going to put that snowflake on top. Those score lines are just to show where to put it. And I think this probably should be part of Pug's leg. So I think we need to paint that gray. Is that fairly clear on your camera? Can you guys see that pretty clearly? It looks pretty clear on mine. My camera in front of me is a new webcam that I got. And it's much clearer than my old one. I really like it. But my overhead is just an old iPhone. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of white. I'm not cleaning my brush off. I'm just putting a little white on it. Kind of going around the edges some. And then lighter kind of through the middle. It's weird. It looks messy on camera, but it looks different in person. I promise in person it looks better. Once you see the whole thing put together, it'll look better. Oh, Stephanie, I did not know that. You should flip your camera to use the out-facing camera since those are typically the better cameras. That's a great tip. Thank you so much. I think that would work. I'm going to play with that next time because I'm using StreamYard and I didn't have to flip my camera for it to use the one that it's using. It automatically goes to that, to like your screen. I don't know if it will let me use the back camera or not, but I'll try. That's a good idea. All right, and then I'm going to do a second coat of white on those two pieces. Is this for everyone or just new members? This is a bonus file for our club membership. So if you are a member of SVG Clubhouse, then you will automatically get all of your bonus files emailed to you when the doors open next Tuesday. If you are not a current member and you want to join, then you can join when we open on Tuesday. And I would definitely get on the waiting list so you don't forget, because it is Halloween. The day we open is Halloween, and you need to join the first 2 days to get all 4 of the bonuses. We're going to be doing 4 bonus files next week. This is the first one. So the first 2 days, you get all 4 bonuses if you join Tuesday or Wednesday. If you wait and join Thursday, then you're only going to get the remaining bonuses, the remaining 3. And then the next day it goes down to 2, and the next day it goes down to 1. So you want to join the first 2 days to get all of them. But yeah, nobody has these files yet. If you're a current member, they will be emailed to you next Tuesday. I'm just previewing them right now. Okay, let's put Little Puggle's outfit together. If I can get my glue to work. Now it's wanting to come out too fast. Ooh, No, 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 no. Trying to put a little dab of glue down there at the bottom. Okay, let's do snout first, and then glasses. Okay, and then ears. I probably need to make, see, this is the good thing that I haven't sent the files out yet. I probably need to make the glasses either give Pug eyes or make the glasses filled in the front and then just paint that part gray. I didn't think about that. So I'm going to have to change that before I send it out. Sometimes you don't realize things like that until you paint a project. All right, that is our little pug all finished. So cute. I probably should do some highlights. Just a few little highlights. I'm using a tiny little brush, a round tip, tiny brush. Okay, there we go. That's our pug. All right, she's gonna dry, and then we're gonna do our big doggy. And sorry, hang on one sec, y'all. Okay. Okay, so what kind of doggy is our big doggy? What do y'all think? Let me put this a little bit so you can see the whole thing. He looks like a hound dog to me. Now I can't see y'all. Now it's in front of my face. There we go. That's better. Yeah, he looks like a hound dog. Okay, I'm going to try Territorial Beige with, this is Apple Barrel, with Baby Wipe. Oops, I squirted too much paint out. Because he has some facial features that I want to be able to see. So I'm just going to do this with the Baby Wipe. So we definitely don't cover up his facial features. Territorial Beige is a great color for a dog, I think. course, we have to do pink for his nose too. He has a sweet face. Oh, thank you. And I'm breaking out my super fine tip, my extra fine tip pins. These are my little Neotop pins from Amazon. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Yeah, Neotop. These are great for, that actually went on thicker than I wanted it to though. Probably because I just pumped it. That's okay. Dog noses never look totally pink. I think that looks better. I got lucky on that one. It's like pink with a little gray on top. I kind of like that. And these are super tiny. I cut his eyes out separate. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did. And I'm just going to do white with my little fine tip pen on there. Yeah, you don't have to cut his eyes out if you don't want to. I like a lot of dimension on projects. So I like to make sure that, you know, there's lots of layers. Okay, and then most of the color on him is going to come in on our present. He's carrying a present in his mouth. So we are going to paint that. Red and green. Carmen says she's just peeking in on her break. I do most of my video watching at night. I don't watch a lot during the day. I'm a TikTok nighttime scroller. How convenient that these stripes are the exact width of this paintbrush. And then I have new paintbrushes that are not a hot mess. Oh, and I'm missing his Santa hat. Here's his Santa hat. I love this eucalyptus leaf green. It is really pretty. So I was going to talk a little bit about SVG Clubhouse. If anyone needs more information, you can go to svgclubhouse.com and learn all about it. But what it is it's our laser file membership group. And your membership includes 4 new exclusive files each month that are not sold to the public for at least 1 year, and a 50% discount off of all my files all the time. In addition, you also get blank and finished marketing photos for all 4 projects each month. You can have access to the past month's files to purchase them as well. Once you're in the group, there is a membership portal you can go to get your files and to go look at the past month's files if you're interested in purchasing any of those. And you get access to our private Facebook group. And we do a live painting tutorial each month on one of the projects. So when you join, you have access to all of my old videos that I've done in the group. You can scroll back and watch all of those as well. But it's a really fun club of just laser owners, and everybody is very nice and supportive. Nobody's judgy. If you have questions, you can always hop in there and ask. Everyone is just super helpful. I feel like it's just a very supportive community of crafters. And we have a good time. So I invite you to join us when we open next Tuesday. All right, there's our Santa hat. Oh, oops, did y'all see what I did? Oopsie. This should not have glue. Look how fast that dries. Did y'all see that baby wipe, that wet baby wipe trying to stick to that paint? I mean, to that glue. We need to paint that. I'll go ahead and do, well, I need to paint it before I put the bow on. Here's his present he's going to hold. You know what? I don't know why I'm not painting the eyes once they're already glued on, because that actually would be easier. Oh, I love his little nose. Okay, and then his hat goes on once he's on the backer, on the round door hanger part. So his hat. And then some highlights on his ears. And his little feet. And his tail. He just needs some highlights. Okay. I think he's probably good. Oh, and then we're going to just touch his eyes up. All right, he is all finished. There's our little hound dog and his hat. His hat might need some black around the white. Maybe dark gray. There we go. That looks better. Needed a little something. Okay, let me find a place for him to dry. Put him over here. We have one more dog. Oops, hold on. What did I lose? I think his nose went flying. We have our dachshund wearing his Christmas sweater. How cute is he? All right, really quick, before I paint him, I'm going to take my circle. It's been sitting over here drying. And I'm going to take my chip brush and some white paint. Open off most of my white paint on my chip brush here. And I'm very lightly going to go across. My board. Just like so. It's darker in person. Always looks darker in person. Looks kind of messy on camera. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just how it is. Okay, our dachshund. So he's got a Christmas sweater. And let me see, what color is he going to be? Let's try. So dachshunds are usually like a medium brown, but I don't want him to be the same color as his buddy next door. So what color do dachshunds come in besides that brown color? Maybe if I mix khaki and burnt umber together, I can come up with like a color that's not too dark. It's a little bit different from the territorial beige that we used on our hound dog. Y'all let me know what you think. So yeah, so I'm mixing these two apple barrel, khaki and burnt umber. Let's see what we come up with. I feel like that's a good color. That's the color of his sweater, so I don't want to get that. I didn't mean to go down quite so low. Okay, and his ear is a separate piece, so we don't have to paint his ear. I feel like that's a good color. And then we'll be able to do his nose and his eye. And then we just need to get his paw right there. Okay, I think that'll work. We'll make his nose black. Now my black Posca pen has disappeared. I'm using a black Sharpie. It's disappeared on me. I don't know where it went. That's gold. I keep thinking that's black, but it's actually gold. And I guess we'll paint his ear. Should have done that before I rinse my brush off. goodness for baby wipes and paper towels. Okay, his antlers are going to be, what color was this? Territorial beige? Yeah, territorial beige. I'm going ahead and putting his nose on so I can get that dry, so I can put a little dot on the end of it. Oh shoot, you know what? I needed to paint his collar first before I glue his ear on. Okay, I have some eucalyptus leaf, but I'm going to mix a little bit of white. Because I want to lighten it up just a tad for his sweater. I'm just picking up a little bit of white, and I'm painting his sweater, but we're still going to be able to see the score lines. keep forgetting I don't want to use that white paint pen. I want to use white paint. I'm highlighting his antlers. That one I messed up a little bit. I'm going to do that one again. Now we can put his ear on. All right, now we're going to work on his sweater. So far, I've just got the eucalyptus green on there. All right, so I want to make my Christmas trees darker green. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to do the trick that I do with my Posca pens, but do it with my Neotop markers. So my little fine tip, extra fine tip markers, I'm going to dip the tip of them in the color that I want them to be, because I want this to be a darker green. I'm going to see if this works. All right, I can already tell that is not going to be thick enough. All right, let's try a Posca pen. All right, so I'm going to take, these are my fine tip Poscas. So they're not as fine as the Neotop, but they're not the medium tip. They're the fine tip. And I'm going to dip those, because you don't always have a paint pen the color that you need. So this is my trick. It's a little bit tedious, but it's not too bad. This is one of those door hangers you don't necessarily want to make in bulk because it might take you a while. But this one is definitely going to be a Christmas gift to somebody. I'll show y'all this up close in just a minute. Or actually, I could probably put this back down like I had it before so y'all could see. There we go. All right, again, so I'm dipping my green Posca into my darker green paint because I want these trees to be a darker shade of green. And I like that they have variation. They don't look perfect because it makes it look like tree branches, right? Okay, so those are my trees. So what I would do for my white snowflakes would be if I had this in white, which I do not. I do have the Michaels brand in white, but the tip is not fine enough. It's not going to do those snowflakes. I know it's going to make them look all messed up, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my little Neutop fine tip pen. That's actually working pretty good. That may have been the better choice, honestly. That's not bad. That'll do. I am actually loving this white, this white extra fine tip pen. It's working really nice. There we go. The first one was a little messy, but I think it's because I pumped my pen and I had too much ink coming out. If I hadn't done that, it would be perfect. All right, so our gingerbread men. Okay, I have an idea for them. I'm gonna get my my brown fine tip Posca, and I'm gonna dip it. Well, let me see. I may not need to dip it. Let's see what color this comes out. Oh, that's a good color for a gingerbread man. Okay, that's perfect. And it's got good coverage over top of this green, which is awesome. There's our gingerbread men, and let's try our red fine tip Posca and see how that shows up on here. Yeah, see, my regular red is just too orange, so I'm going with this darker shade, the darker red. Kind of wish it was a little bit not so dark, but it's going on here really nice. It's got good coverage, so I'll go with it. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Look at him, y'all. Didn't he turn out cute? All right, that's all of our dogs. So now we just have our lettering to do. Santa Paws, please stop here. So let me think for a minute. We've got, all right, y'all know I have to have everything laid out. So I can see what color I want to use for the lettering. That's just my thing. That's how I do it. Be very careful if you use your Tulip Slick puffy paint because it needs to dry for a while. Oh my gosh, y'all. I mean, seriously. How stinking cute are they? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love them. All right, so we've got Santa Paws and then please stop here. All right, so let me see. I'm going to do Santa Paws in red, and I'm going to do please, or not please stop here, just stop here in white. I always like to do some lettering in white. I just think that it pops on a door hanger. So let's do our Santa Paws first. Or no, we're going to do our stop here first because we're going to need 2 coats since it's white. Faux show. Okay. Oh, glitter white. Oh, how cute. You just popped on out of the blue. Glad to catch a love. Thank you, Gina. Tanya, I like the white idea, but I mean, I'm sorry, I like the glitter idea, but let me see. Should I do glitter white or glitter red? Let me see. I know I just cleaned out my craft room, so I should know where all my stuff is. I know where my glitter is, but I don't know if I have enough white. Oh, I got paint on my shirt. Should have known. Let's see. I bought some white glitter recently, but guess where it is? Big guess. It's in Virginia. I don't think I have enough glitter white. I only have a little bit. All right, that's going on my list of things. I'm trying to be very organized. I have a list and I'm slowly checking everything off, so I'm fully stocked at both places. Because y'all know it's been a crazy year for me, but I'm finally getting to where I feel like I'm getting caught up with things and getting organized at both locations. I don't have enough glitter white. We could do red. That should be plenty because it doesn't take a whole lot. It takes more than the amount of white I have. I have very little white. But that red, I should have plenty of that. How about we do that? Yeah, because this one's more pink. That one's definitely more red. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. You're not going to believe what I just did. Go figure. Go figure that I just knocked the entire sun over with everything on it. Okay. Hound dog is good. Dachshund is good. Oh, phew, y'all. Everything is good. Nothing broke. And my pug's little puppy paint did not get messed up. Miracle. Definite miracle. All right, that's why I probably need another table back here to set things on instead of putting them on my trash can. Oh, goodness. It's just a matter of time before I start talking to myself. Okay, let's do glitter red. So we need a piece of paper for our glitter, which I had a piece of paper down here. Okay. We're going to paint our white first. Let's paint that first. I'm feeling like standing up, feeling like I want to stand up and craft here. It's always in my face. Let's do that. I'm so glad that y'all suggested glitter. I might get away with one coat on that white. I think I will. Yep, I think I'm good. Okay, so let's do I'll paint them red. All right, let me get these out of the way. I definitely don't want red glitter on my white paint. Let's do Santa first. I'm telling you, that, what is the name of that red? I can't always forget. Yeah, that primary red is such a pretty red. It truly is. Okay, so now with glitter, make sure that you have, let me get everything ready. Make sure that you have plenty of paint on whatever it is you're glittering, because you definitely want it to stick really well. Okay, so we're gonna, using our paper that's been folded in half, just gonna dump the glitter over top. And it's okay if you use a lot, because we're gonna put it, the rest of it back in the container. Right now I'm just gonna tap it off. And see how pretty? I love that red glitter. That is so pretty. Okay, so now we can take our paper, because it's got the crease in it, and just do this and dump it back in. My camera's kind of in the way. Put it over here to the side, but I'm just gonna dump it back in from the paper into the little container. Oh no, that's okay. Not much spilled. Little tiny bit. Okay, so now we've dumped it back in the container. This container was half full, and it's still, hard for y'all to see, it's still pretty much half full. So it uses very little glitter, honestly. Okay, so now we paint this red. Make sure it's got plenty of paint on it. Same thing. So cute, so pretty. Okay. Glittering. I have glitter everywhere. It's all over my hands. It's on the door hanger backer, but it actually looks kind of pretty on there. Okay, let me move the camera back up so y'all can see as much as possible. Let me get my chair out of the way here. I'm in a stand-up crafting mood. Thank you, Connie. Oh, I'm so excited to give this to somebody. I think I might have to give this to my in-laws, because my father-in-law is a veterinarian, and they have lots of doggies. And I never can come up with something to give them for Christmas. I mean, I always give them something, but it's, you know, they have everything. They're older, very hard to shop for. And I'm just putting these letters over to the side. You can put them in the middle if you want, but I don't know, I just like the look of Let me play with it for a second here. I'm not sure exactly where I want them. And sometimes I let my pieces just hang off my door hanger slightly. I like the look of that. Oh my gosh, so cute, y'all. Look at that. Oh, I love it. All right, let me glue everything on, and then we're going to do a wire hanger. With some beads on it. My neighbor is an amazing cook, and he told my husband that he had some crabs that he caught, that he is going to bring us some. So I think we're going to go steam some crabs after this. Louisiana life. Actually, they boil crabs down here. Most of the time they don't steam them, but I'm a Virginia girl and we steam our crabs. And I love the seafood down here, but I have to say, I like them steamed better. I've had them boiled. They're just not as good. I don't know, y'all. Are y'all seafood people? You like crabs? So crazy to get crabs in October for me. Okay, let's see. Let's get our doggies all glued on. This is all 1/4 inch birch. I usually have a few people ask. We sell wood cutouts, and that's what we cut. So I always have it on hand. So if you guys need rounds, if you need circles, or if you need a cutout kit, my dog is trying to get in here. Okay, so that's all put together. Jeanette says she loves fresh seafood. Lisa loves steamed crabs. Me too. Oh, you're from Virginia too? I love steamed crabs. This is Stick Fast glue. You can get it on Amazon. It's my go-to glue. There's another one. What is it called? Starbond. Starbond is almost the same. Either one. Sometimes one of them is sold out and I buy the other one. It doesn't really matter. They both are pretty much like super glue. So be really careful. Okay, we're going to do a wire hanger. So I have my 17 gauge. It says electric fence wire. You can get this on Amazon. You can also get it at Tractor Supply. I am pulling off, I don't measure it, but I'm guesstimating that it's around 18 inches that I pull off to use for door hangers. And I just snip it with a pair of these wire snips. All right, and then I'm going to spin her around. And hold on, y'all. Let me move this camera. I'm going to move it this way so that you can see the top of the door hanger kind of hanging off my table here. All right, so I've got my wire, okay, and I'm going to feed it. I'm just going to feed one piece up through for now. Figure out like how long you need your ends to be. I like my handle to be about that long, so about right there. All right, so I just have the one piece coming up, and I'm going to go ahead and, so just this piece here that I'm moving. I'm going to grab it and just roll it down. And I'm rolling this one out towards the left, and when I roll the other one out, I'm going to roll it out towards the right, so it just coils out that way. All right, so you've got one piece in there, and then now I'm going to get some beads. All right, let me clear off. Let me make a little bit of room here. Paint all over the place. Okay, so now I have my beads in this container. You can get these on Amazon as well. I did a video on it a while back when I was ordering some new beads. So I have these Christmas ones that you can see have like snowmen, excuse my painted on hands, stockings, reindeer, what else? They have snowflakes on some of the red beads. Oh, there's a Santa in there. So I've got those, and I'm going to use a combination of some of those, and then I may grab a couple of natural beads. I like to mix those in, and I may add some either gold or silver. I'm thinking gold would be pretty. So let me see if I can dig out a couple of gold beads. Okay, there's 2 gold. How many beads did I put on my last one? I had them counted out. Hold on one second. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So it's like 11 or 12. Let's go with 12 just to have a nice even number. All right, so we'll do, I'm going to use all my little Christmas ones. They're so cute. Santa, and the stocking. Oops, we already have a stocking. What was the other one? A reindeer. A reindeer. And let's do a red regular and a red snowflake. Whoops, that's not a snowflake. What is that? Oh, it's just paint. I was like, what is on that one? Somehow there's paint on that one. We'll do a couple of natural, a couple of green, a couple of white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, that's 14. So we may not need that many. Let's see though. And just start sliding them on, just alternating colors and shapes. I really need a tutorial on how to paint the Joy banner from the October set. So I didn't do an October video because I'm doing all these videos. Whenever I do videos for opening the doors, then we don't typically do a video on a project from that month. But I can definitely, I'll put that on my list because it's so super simple. Oh, I didn't use white. I haven't mixed my white in. How did I do that? I don't want to. Let me throw a white in here. All right, and then here we go. Okay, so then maybe, no, green. Red. And then Santa. So basically, let me look back. Who asked? Teresa. So for the banner that you're talking about, she's talking about our banner that we made for October in the club. That banner is super simple. You just cut out pieces of cardstock and then glue them on. Like you can Mod Podge them on, but that's not paint. That's just some scrapbook paper. Just cut it out with my laser. You can cut it out if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette. You could cut it out with that. But if I'm cutting out something with my laser and I want to use cardstock, I typically just go ahead and cut the cardstock with my laser as well. I use a Thunder laser for most of my projects. Definitely down here, all I have is my Thunder. The setting for cardstock is like so low. I mean, very little power. Honestly, I probably cut it. I'm going to be honest, what I normally do is I leave it set on the focus that it's already on. So I don't focus it for cardstock. I just leave it on what it's on, which is usually 1/4 inch wood. And I just turn the power down and the speed up. So normally my power and speed for 1/4 inch wood is like 70% power and 14 speed, which honestly, we could cut faster than that. We could probably cut on 20. We probably need to experiment and turn it up because I accidentally cut 1/4 inch wood on 1/8 inch settings this morning and it cut. And I was like, oh, well, we need to turn it down then because we're obviously need to cut it up that high. Anyway, just leave it on whatever it's on and I don't focus it for cardstock and I just cut it out and it cuts out fine. I'm not worried about it catching on fire. I've never caught cardstock on fire before. I always keep a little squirt bottle of water handy, but knock on wood, that's not happened. And I just cut it out really fast. It's just so simple. So that's what I do. And I just Mod Podged it on. Very, very easy. Okay, so here is our door hanger with our Christmas handle. So cute. And that's actually more beads than I normally use. I think I normally use like between, I don't know, like 10 and 12. That's just a few more, but they're so cute because they're Christmassy and I need to use them up because I'll want some different ones next year, I'm sure. And I have a bunch left. Okay, so I only use 13 because here's a random white bead that I missed. So that is it, guys. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it so you guys can see the whole thing a little bit better because it's hard to fit it all in my screen. Well, I guess I could like cut this camera off. Sorry, I added it back because I realized the audio is only coming through that one camera and y'all can't hear me. Okay, so I'm going to go get off here and stage this and photograph it, and I'll post it on my page. But please be sure that if you want to join next week that you sign up for the waiting list at SVG Club, SVGclubhouse.com. So you don't miss the first 2 days because this file is only going to be available Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And after that, it goes away. If you're already there, you will get your bonus files next Tuesday morning in your inbox. So be sure to check your email and all 4 of the bonus files will be there. Okay, tune in tomorrow, noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to paint the next bonus. Do you guys want, since you guys are watching me, I'm going to show you the bonus file for tomorrow. I'm not posting that anywhere on social media. You guys get a sneak peek. Do you want to see it? It's all like cut and put together, not painted, but the wood cutouts are put together. So I'll show that to y'all. One. Okay, so we are making a shaker. This is our magical Christmas shaker. So we have a polar bear and a snowman and Christmas trees and snowflakes and all the things. And inside of our snow globe, we're going to have some snow or some, we're going to do some fun sparkly things in there. And then we're also going to have Our trees are going to be a shaker feature as well. So both of those are going to shake. So anyway, I hope you like it, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the live. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.